Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 11th of February 2025. Eagles and everything else fly high amid tariff, Trump and continued congressional chaos. Bonds up, break-evens up, bullion up, Bitcoin up, black gold up, big tech up, and the dollar was up too. Mouthful that was this morning. US stocks gained and the dollar was firm ahead of Trump tariffs. US stocks shrugged off the looming metal tariff announced with the advances led by tech strength, and stocks edge higher as dollar gains as Trump metal tariffs await. So that's to be announced today, I think. Other than that, so we've got Bank of England governor speaking today, and Powell is speaking at 3 p.m. This is his half-yearly, I think it's in front of the Treasury that he has to do. Let's have a look. There it is. There, of course, it's at the top. Due to testify at the semi-annual monetary policy report before the Senate Banking Committee in Washington. He's also going to be speaking tomorrow as well. So let's have a look at the markets from yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, markets are currently sideways. Another red bar for yesterday, and also a bit of weakness overnight at the moment. So stuck in a bit of a sideways move. They're probably waiting for these tariffs. Again, futures higher as the market's pumped before the cash market opens, and then the market's brought down. Once the selling's out of the way, the market's brought back, and then prices have been sideways overnight. They need to get above the DP, the close, and the 50 EMA and the 20 bar moving average there, and just dropping below the 5 MA there as well. Meanwhile, the German DAX is off to the 22,000 target. I thought we were going to do it yesterday. We'll look at that in more closely and more in depth as we look at the 2-minute chart for yesterday. But you can see there we've got this ascending triangle that generally sees the market break to the upside. And they just drag this down a bit. There's your target. 22,000 market is going to get to that target. Not, could. It is going to get to that target during this week, without a doubt. Yesterday we saw the market move higher, then had its pullback, and then just marched up, 150 points to the upside. So we've only got 50 points to get up to there. So I can say with more or less 100% certainty that the market is going to go to 22,000. What it does when it gets there will be interesting. That's going to be the interesting thing for the German DAX. Meanwhile, in the S&P market, struggling a bit, still stuck in the sideways range, consolidating at the moment. No doubt a shift to the upside coming at some point. You can see a couple of bars there where there was some selling for 30 minutes, and overnight as well we've seen some weakness, but down to the DP and trying to get back above that 200 MA, which it will need to in order to move higher. Meanwhile, the insanity continues in the UK with a new all-time high of 8,786. 9,000 is the target. That's what they're after here. It's unbelievable and incomprehensible, and any other adjective you can think of at the moment, as this market does the polar opposite of what it should be doing. The gilts are higher than when Truss was thrown out. It's all just a conspiracy, isn't it? And manipulation to move these markets higher. We've got Keir Starmer, Reeves, who I don't even go into it, and what she's done over the last few months. We all know what she's done and what she's proposing to do as well under this dictatorship we now currently find ourselves in. But the FTSE keeps moving higher. It's just unbelievable. And yesterday it was like a launch pad, straight up, and it's even consolidated overnight. It's above the DP, unlike the German DAX. The European markets at the moment are sailing to the upside, and there is absolutely nothing to stop them. Nothing that I can see on the horizon. It's going to take a black swan event, something out of nowhere, that's going to stop these markets from moving to the upside, because there's no let up at the moment, as we can see. In the US dollar, this finding a bit of strength yesterday as well. Overnight slightly weaker, but it's very patchy. I have to say, it's not any great sort of moves. It's up and it's a bit strongish, but other than that, it's sideways and, like I say, narrow ranges for the day. So we'll look at the metals. Starting off with the manipulated silver market, still stuck sideways despite the fact that gold is making new all-time highs on a daily basis, and the demand for gold is through the roof, and yet silver is stuck at $32 an ounce. I'm not going to even say what it was in 79 and 2011. We are like a broken clock or a broken record, but yeah, you can see, and overnight we get the manipulation once more. We slam the prices down to the low of yesterday, and now it's trying to make its way back. It is strong. It's just having the lid kept on it. When you look at gold, and that's how silver should look. That's how the silver price should look, but it's not. So we've got a new all-time high overnight. We're heading for $3,000 an ounce. We're only, $58 over to get there. And it'll be interesting when we do get there, and we are going to get there. And without stating the obvious, I know it sounds like a bit of a get out of jail card, but it's going to be interesting at 3,000 because it's either going to push through on massive buying and then really start to become parabolic, or they're going to give the market a good hammering and push it back down. But given the demand that's growing, I mean, even the bullion dealers are now putting notices on their sites to say that due to the high demand, then expect a delivery over a couple of days and not normally within 24 hours. A couple of days doesn't make a fat lot of difference, but the fact that they're putting it on there is interesting to show, once again, that there is demand for the physical product. And in the 30-minute chart, again, slammed overnight, so they can buy it cheaper and then move prices higher. Different with silver because they put in pressure on it. So have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And I've switched this to a weekly chart because it's that bad. You can't see it in a daily, but we're now at the resistance of 91.92.5. Unbelievable that we're back to 2023 highs, and then we go back to this high, which is August 2022. So that's about 95. So we're going back to towards the 100. At the moment, with the manipulation, we're going back to 100 gold-silver ratio. It is staggering, to say the least. And the last time we saw this, of course, was during COVID, when we went to the all-time high there of 120 pieces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. It is pure manipulation of the price. You can just see it all the way through here. And it's not just me. This even made the headlines this morning. The silver squeeze, market manipulation and the coming storm. The reality is, over many decades of bullion banks have been caught repeatedly manipulating commodities markets, and obviously in particularly silver. And there's the article if you want to read more about and what's going on there. And it says there, what many don't realise, we could be heading into what could be the most significant silver bull market in history, one that could make the 1970s look a mere preview. We'll wait and see, shall we? I've heard this many times before as well, but they keep managing to keep the lid on prices, and they're certainly having no trouble doing that at the moment when we look at the daily chart, because we're stuck in a sideways range when gold is being pumped to the upside. It should be moving with it and should be through the $50 per ounce, but it's not. So just keep that in mind. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's markets in the 2-minute DAX. So yesterday we kicked off with the market moving higher in the pre-market, 7 a.m, and then in the cash market this continued. Bit of a pullback to the 50 EMA and towards the DP, where we see prices then test, and you can see the 200 MA there as well. And then from this point we go slightly under, and then we see the launch pad as the market then starts to move up through the mid-morning. So back to the DP and the 200 MA, and then off we go to the upside, which you'll see there, and then heading towards the 22,000. Well, it's actually 21,900 there, of course. And then there's the 22,000. But then the market pulled back, which you'll see. And then the afternoon session kicked in as the market tried to move up, with the Dow being moved down, held its own. We had one potential trade there that wasn't filled. And then we got into the end of the trading session where the market just held. So today, really, if we look at where we're currently trading, the market is the 22,000 level that the market will be gunning for. As you can see there, the R1, it's already heading back to yesterday's high. It's a matter of straight through there, and it will run fast up to that level as well. So look out for that. look out for more silver manipulation, and look out for more new highs in gold, and maybe potentially hitting 3,000 and then seeing what the market does there as well. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.